Hello, everyone. I guess I'm gonna struggle with getting this done while I have her, but it's too much noise. She'll calm down. Oh, you're such a good girl. Oh, you're such a good girl. Oh, you're such a good girl. Okay, bro, settle down. Lay down. I think we're ready. Hello, everyone. Welcome to ASMR Reality. I'm so glad that you're here tonight. Before we get started, I want you to watch this.
Come on, George, come meet your new family. Are you so excited? Come on, bud, let's go through the fence. Let's go say hi. Okay, buddy. All right, let's go beyond the fence. Come on.
The video, when I watched that, it took me back to my days of being a vegetarian, and I believe I was recording my channel when I was a vegetarian. I've had this channel over 4 years. I'm almost 5 years. But I was a vegetarian for 12 years, and I started eating meat again when I was trying to put on muscle, and also I had just become disenfranchised by my inability to persuade anyone to become a vegetarian. Like, not my mom, not my sisters, not my brother, not girls that I knew, not friends. Maybe one person I can think of that might have already had the thoughts that I was able to help, but it's just, you're not going to change the world. And that's kind of where I just got myself to, that I just had resigned myself to the fact that I was not going to fix the world. And I also just had resigned myself to the fact that I was made to do it. Not that I was made to do it, but that the fact that I am a human, that of all the animal species, the human is an animal. And bears eat other animals, humans eat other animals, dogs eat other animals. I mean, dog food is just ground up dead animal, basically. I mean, there's other things in it, but it's dead carcasses in kibble. So, I don't know. I gave up, basically. I gave up, but then I watched that video. I saw that video, and I must have watched it, I don't know, 12 times. And seeing that cow act like a dog, I just know that if I had a cow, it would be loving like my horse is loving. Like, I don't know, it makes me think that we shouldn't do it, especially the way we do it. I mean, it's one thing, like, if one day that happy cow in that video were to get a little older and slow down, and one day we just said, hey fella, and we just hit it with a captive bolt gun, because that's what they kill the cows with. A captive bolt gun. It's basically a gun that just shoots a bolt out and then pushes it back in. It's like a hydraulic gun, and it shoots a bolt into their head and then pulls it back out so that it can be used on the next animal and the next animal and the next animal. And while those animals are in line for their turn, it's just sad. It's really sad. So, you have to really put it out of your mind to know what you're doing. I think because this is so different, I'm doing something so different. Because she's normally not this way. I think I've interrupted her pattern, so she's a little bit more anxious. Anyway, that's the difficulty of doing it. Like, I like it. Like, the easiest thing to do is just eat meat, because the animals that we eat are vegetarians, and so they eat the grasses and the grains, and they turn all that into protein. And that protein, we eat the protein, and basically we're just getting all of the nutrients that we need, because the cow created all the nutrients and turned it into muscle. Or the cow didn't create the nutrients, the cow ate the nutrients, converted them into muscle, and the amino acids and vitamins and protein, the calcium, all the things that we need are in it. You know, it's like perfect. I mean, you really could just eat that and nothing else and live a healthy life. I mean, you need water and salt, but with water and salt and meat, you could live a very, very, very long time. Maybe you could set the world record if that's all you ever did for age. I think that is truly the optimum diet, is a pure carnivore, nothing but salt, water, and meat. That's just my opinion. Now, I don't do it because why don't I do it? If I wanted to be the oldest person on the planet, I would. But I want to be happy right now. And there's so many temptations. You know, it's hard. I do eat meat every day now. I eat meat every day. I eat out maybe once a month is all I eat out. I like eating at home. I like cooking my own food. And when you're just grilling steak, it's pretty easy, and that's what I do. I grill a steak every night. Sometimes I have strip steak, sometimes I have ribeye. But that's all I eat every single night. So, but during the day, I eat other things. I have 3 eggs in the morning. I have like a protein shake that is like an all-in-one that has, it's a vegetable-based protein shake, and the main vegetable is pea protein. So I have that as well. I have pistachios and beef jerky for lunch, along with a protein shake. So for breakfast, I drink an Element. It's 28 ounces of water with an Element packet in it, and it's basically just a high sodium they give love. They show you love and affection. People often say to me, why do you love your dogs so much? And that's only the people that have never had dogs that ask. They just don't get it. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I love animals. And I eat them. It's just strange. I don't want to. I wish it was easier to be as compassionate as I want to be. But it's hard not to be selfish. It's hard not to be a selfish creature. And do what's truly the most ethical thing. The most ethical thing is to not eat them because we don't need to. We don't have to eat them to stay alive. Do we eat animals for survival? No, we do not. Do we eat them for good health? Well, yes, but you can also have good health without it. So if we can survive without it, and we don't need it for good health, then why do we do it? We do it for convenience and for taste. We like it. We like the taste of flesh. The flesh of an animal. And I think that because we do, and because that job has to be done, because the job of the abattoir, the person that abattoir, that's Vivian. I wonder if she would come up here, but she didn't. She has a dog bed right below the bed. But she gets up here sometimes. But Pearl is a baby still. So she likes to sleep with her daddy. But yeah, that's why we do it. And we shouldn't. Someday I think they will grow lab meat that will be just as good. You know, I think that it will be some sort of cloned meat replacement, and we won't have to confine and in the lives of so many animals just to have this meat substance that we like and that's very convenient. So, until then, I don't know how peaceful the world can possibly be knowing that that job exists, because that man has to go home and raise a family. The farmer has to raise the cows. The cows then get put on a truck and transported to a slaughter facility. That is where the madness happens. But it's all madness because the farmers typically have factory farms and they raise the animals in confinement. So not only do they not get a good life, not only do they have their lives ended, they don't even get to live good lives in the process of living. And that's difficult. That's difficult to accept. And that is very fixable. That problem is very fixable. So if at the very least we are going to use them for food, we should treat them with decency while they are alive. They are giving their lives for us. And that's what we should do. So if you can buy cage-free eggs and you can buy grass-fed beef or whatever the animal it is that you eat, try to buy the most compassionate possible. There's no way of calling it humane because there's nothing humane about eating meat. But you can make it as painless as possible, and that to me is the objective of our lives. The objectives of our lives as humans should be to alleviate as much pain as possible in the maximum amount of beings, whether it be human or animals or plants, whatever it is, we should try to inflict the least amount of suffering and the least amount of pain whenever possible. That's what we should do with our fellow humans, with our fellow species, animals, with nature. That should be our goal. So, perfection will never happen. That we know. We will never be able to provide the lion enough food that he will not want to go hunt for his own. I don't think. We'll never be able to tame every lion. We'll never be able to tame every bear. We'll never be able to stop the coyotes from eating rabbits. But if you watched the coyote, and you can see all sorts of video, there's so many documentaries on nature, and seeing all of these animals eat each other. Nature is a monster. Survival is a monster. And even though we are no longer, though we were, but we are no longer that creature living amongst the mountains with them and fighting the coyote for the flesh of the rabbit. We no longer do that. But we found other ways to confine and to control our fellow species. And they've not been kind. They've not been correct. These are the things we need to fix. We don't go straight to, you're not allowed to eat them. But we do go straight to, you have to treat them with decency. It's time. We should do that. We should do that with each other. And we have. Our laws are such that we must treat each other with decency, or we get in trouble. I can't bust into your house. I can't put you in a cage and fatten you up to use you for food later on. I can't do it with a fellow human, but I can do it with a fellow species. And I think one day we will find full respect for our fellow animals, because we will find ways to do it without actually doing it. You know, I've found a way to talk to you this very day, thousands of miles away, and here I am talking to you. We found a way to make that happen. We found a way for me to talk to you on the same day, even though you're 1,000 miles away. Instead of you being here with me, face to face, and me being able to tell you these things, we found a way to make this happen. And we can find a way to make that happen too. It's going to happen. We're in the early stages. There's a lot of plant-based meat products out there, and they're not perfect, but they are getting better and better and better. Better tasting, more realistic. So when you think about the pace of evolution of products like that, we didn't have any 50 years ago. You know, and look where they are today. So imagine where they'll be 50 years from now, and 50 years from then, and 50 years from them. You have to accept that it's coming. We will not have to do this much longer. And I think as we cure our own, as we cure the human condition, to where all of our food and all of our housing and all of our necessities are covered, that you just have parents that have you and raise you. And when you're of age, you get your own everything. If you need a car, then you get a car. You have a car, you have a housing, you have water and food, and the food is nutritious, and the food is produced without the negativity that has to happen today. You know, it's really it's really a challenging planet to live on, and it's challenging to be a human. And I want to be a better human. I do. So I am going to just keep doing what I'm doing right now and just ensure that I'm buying the most compassionate products, and hope that one day I'll be strong enough to do it again. I did it before. When I did it before, I was eating everything. I was eating cows, chickens, turkeys, pigs, deer. I mean, I would have duck. I would have ate, like, if I went to restaurants that had unique stuff like bison and stuff like that, fish. I would get those anomaly meats, but I steadily stopped one animal at a time. I said, okay, no more birds. I wasn't going to eat any more birds, and I stopped eating birds. And then I stopped eating the pig. No more pigs. No more ancillary animals like deer or bison or anything else. And I eventually ended up to the only meat I eat is beef from the cow. But the cow in that video makes me sad that I eat it. It makes me wish that I didn't. It makes me realize that that cow is no different than Pearl. And it deserves life. It does. That cow is not obligated to me. And one of these days I'm gonna be a better human and stop participating in that system. I hope you enjoyed seeing Pearl tonight. I hope I've given you some food for thought. And I will see you on the next one.